Hello, I'm your superhero critic. When it comes to the Ninja Turtle franchise, there's one movie that stands out above all the rest. Not because it's better than any of them, but because it sucks so much cock shit that I don't even have words to fucking describe how horrible this movie really is. So, let's let everything out of the bag and join me as we go into Ninja Turtles 3. Unlike the first two movies that start with an overview of New York City, we instead get a sunrise in Japan followed by a bunch of samurais fighting over a scepter. And after a sword stuck in a tree is grabbed, we jump to a subway terminal, then quickly to the Turtles' lair. It then begins the stupidest movie opening ever. Are you fucking serious? Okay, in the first movie, we get epic one-liners that introduce the Turtles. In the second movie, we get an actual fight sequence. And the third movie, we get goddamn dancing to fucking ZZ Top. Will somebody please shut off the fucking music? Thank you, Raph. April joins the Turtles and reveals that she has gone shopping for the guys before going on vacation. When she gets to Splinter's gift, she reveals an old and dusty scepter. After blowing on it, we are faded into the past, as the samurais from the opening are shown riding in and we meet one of the main villains of the movie, the daimyo, Lord Norinaga. We are shown that one of the samurais is in fact Norinaga's son, Kenshin, who has allied himself with the resistance and has disgraced his family. We then meet the second villain of the movie, Walker, who wants to trade with Norinaga for guns. Okay, so you're telling me that A, you did not have enough money to create an actual Ninja Turtles villain, so instead we get a guy on a horse and a Japanese lord. B, we have no turtle villain in the movie. No Rat King, no Krang, no Leatherhead. Really? And C, you even pass up the opportunity to put in one of the actual samurai characters in the movie, Usagi Yojimbo. You couldn't make a rabbit puppet? Fuck you, movie. Just fuck you with a ladle up your piss hole. After the argument with his father, Kenshin storms off and finds the scepter in the past. And after reading the inscription, the scepters are activated and the time-traveling switch is made. As the Turtles sit around and figure out what happened to April, Michelangelo comes to a startling conclusion.
Through time. Hold on, dudes. If April's back in feudal Japan, does that mean we, have to ride that scepter back through time to get her?
No shit, Mikey. Nah, the movie's just gonna end with you leaving April in another time zone. Back in the past, April gets accused of being a witch.
The daimyo and his court believe that you're a witch who has somehow managed to spirit away his son. Is this true?
Donnie unfortunately figures out that there's a drawback to the power of the scepter.
That switch will only work under one condition. You know what that is?
Tuesdays?
Groundhog's Day?
Christmas?
It will only work if the magic travelers each have the same weight.
Damn, that was my next guess. Alright, Casey Jones is back. Let's see if he'll crack some skulls in this movie.
When do we get together and bust some skulls?
Whoa, oh, hold it there, Casey. You're not gonna do any head breaking this time. Sorry, guy.
Yeah,
What was that? You want to run that by me again? How come?
cause we need somebody to stay here with Splinter in case the Time Bandit here decides to flip out.
Yeah.
If it ain't too much of an inconvenience.
Seriously? You bring Casey Jones back for the third movie just to have him watch Splinter? This movie pisses me off so much, I just want to punch a wall! In the past, April is thrown inside of a dungeon cage. She then meets the ancestors of Casey and Splinter. In the present, the turtles activate the scepter. But when they get to the past, they realize the scepter is not in the palace, but is instead in the middle of a battle. During the mayhem, Mikey ends up getting separated from the group and then gets knocked out and abducted by the woman known as Mitsu. After the battle, the daimyo's men go back to the palace. He then finds out that his guards, who have been switched with the turtles, as well as the scepter, are both missing, and forces Walker to help his men find the guards. The turtles come to the dungeon that April's being kept at and make the rescue. Only problem is that they once again have to jump through sewers.
Oh no, not another sewer!
I'll be back.
The turtles come to a lake to clean up and relax, and April makes some minor adjustments to her outfit.
Much better.
Wow, a legorama.
Yeah, I'll say.
Hey, I'm allowed. I'm on vacation.
Right. Oh. Absolutely. Shwing.
Thanks for stealing a Wayne's World joke. Really lasts long because the turtles get ambushed by the resistance. During the fight, we get corny joke after corny joke. Raph saves April's life from Mitsu, and Mitsu makes the startling discovery she is not fighting what she thought she was.
They are just like the other ones.
Mitsu, you can't be racist like that. Mitsu takes the turtles to her village so they can meet up with Mikey, only to find that her village is under attack by Walker. After finally getting free during the scuffle, Mikey comes face to face with Walker, and is almost killed, but with a little help from his brothers, he runs Walker off. After the fight, one of the houses has been set on fire. Mitsu's younger brother, Yoshi, is trapped inside of it. Mikey sets his hero mode into overdrive as he charges in after him. Even though Yoshi's life was saved, he's unconscious and not breathing, so through a little CPR, Leonardo saves his life. Okay, so the next 20 minutes of this movie, literally nothing happens. It is a waste of 20 minutes and is literally filled with nothing. So, I'm going to help you pass on this 20 minutes by telling you everything that happens within the next 20 minutes in this movie. Walker demands gold because he's now dealing with demons instead of men. The turtles argue over how they're going to get a new scepter. Raph gives anger control lessons to Yoshi. Casey teaches the Japanese men what hockey is. Raph breaks the new scepter on accident. Turns out that Yoshi had the original scepter the entire time. Casey's ancestor kidnaps Mitsu, and the turtles rescue her from the dungeon. So the turtles have infiltrated the daimyo's place. The revolution has officially started. Leo goes head to head with the daimyo himself, and the battle ends with a brand new haircut for the daimyo and a bell imprisoning the daimyo. Huh? Walker shows up with his army of men with guns, and Leo tricks him into shooting him instead of getting his men to do it.
This could hurt.
Oh, yes, that's very clever. Oh, yes, very clever.
Walker makes a run for it, and after the turtles run after him, he tosses the scepter in the air with Mikey catching it, and it's Casey's ancestor that kills Walker with a flaming fireball. Did Walker seriously just implode on himself? Like, seriously, they couldn't find a better effect? Let's look at that again. Yep, I was right. He implodes on himself. Good job, Turtles 3. Good job. It's now time to get back to the present, but Raph and Mike want to stay in the past because they finally feel accepted somewhere. But after being convinced by Mitsu, April, and the rest that it'd be selfish for them to not bring Kenshin and the others back, they decide to go anyway. So the scepter's activated again, and all is good and dandy except for the fact that Mikey does not grab a hold of April in time. There's one thing that really confuses me. They say that these... Okay, can someone help me out here? They say the scepter works through equal mass displacement. So can someone explain how 3 turtles and April in the past equals the 5 Japanese guys? Shouldn't the scepter not work unless Mikey is in it or some other person within the 5? Logic sense makes none. Thankfully, the movie finally ends with the 5th Japanese guy getting chased up a ladder. The switch happens, Mikey comes back, and then the movie then fails at attempting to repeat Splinter's corny joke endings.
Yo, dude! Just like Elvis in blue.
So there you have it. Ninja Turtles 3. The worst of all Ninja Turtles movies. And it took 15 years for us to dig ourselves out of that hole that Ninja Turtles 3 put us into within this franchise, movie-wise. And we don't even get live action. We get CGI. So, join me while we go into this movie. I'm your superhero critic. I stay super, so you stay awesome.